Hey everybody, hope you all had a great weekend. On this week's Case of the Mondays, we're going to talk personal injury lawsuits and what to expect when you march down to the courthouse. All right guys, now you've gotten into a car accident, you've hired a great lawyer like me, and the insurance company doesn't want to settle. Well, most people always say, let's just sue them. Well, before we start doing that, let's talk about what that really means. When you file a lawsuit, it is something that you'll be filing with the court. Typically, when you file a lawsuit, the insurance company gets lawyers. So now you've got lawyers on both sides ready to do battle. Whatever you've thought that you've seen on television shows, it's only probably about half right. I'm going to run down a very simplistic scenario of what happens when you file a lawsuit. You file a lawsuit, which is commonly called a complaint. An insurance company then has 20 days to respond to that complaint. And when they do, they'll probably start listing off lots of different reasons why your lawsuit should fail. After that initial pleading process, we go to discovery. What is discovery? It's a chance for both parties to collect information from the other side. Sometimes that is the collection of documents, sometimes that is sworn questions that the other side has to answer, and sometimes that is through deposition testimony. After all of the pleadings have been closed and all discovery is done, then it's time to go to trial. Well, as much as we all love trial because we love what happens in law and order, the court system values time quite a bit. So many times they will send you to mediation. That is a last-ditch effort for both sides to try to come to a resolution in the case without having to go to trial. Now, every trial is completely different, so if mediation fails, you got it, time to pick a jury. During the jury selection process, commonly referred to as voir dire, both lawyers get a chance to ask the jurors if they have any bias. Now, once that jury is picked, we start the trial process. A trial could last anywhere from 2 days to 2 months. But most personal injury trials last about a week. Once you've had all the testimony said and all of the legal arguments made by the lawyer, it's go time, final decision time from a jury of your peers. At that time, a jury will decide whether liability has been answered, if there are damages, and if not, how many damages there are. That means how much are you entitled to, or are you entitled to nothing? Now, you would think once the jury rules, that's it. I'd like to believe that's the case, but oftentimes when an insurance company is not happy with the verdict that you get, they will appeal you. Do they have a good reason to appeal? Maybe, maybe not. But insurance companies will often use that appeal process to get you back to the negotiation table. So when you hear that somebody won an $18 or $20 million verdict, you better believe that insurance company is going to file appeal, if nothing more, to get the parties back to talk about a negotiated settlement. Sounds like a long, drawn-out process just to get back to the negotiation table. But it's the process that we have here in the United States, and quite frankly, it's what keeps the insurance companies honest. So the next time somebody says, why don't you just file a lawsuit? Refer back to this week's Case of the Mondays, and you'll see that it can be quite complex, and most importantly, it can take a lot of time. With the court systems backed up due to COVID, you're looking between 1 and 3 years before you get your day at trial. So if we can resolve your case with an amount that you're happy with before trial, we will, to get you money in your pocket faster. But you better believe if the insurance company tries us, we'll be ready to file a lawsuit. So that was a quick wrap up on this week's Case of the Mondays.